for pushing the boundaries, living on her own terms, and getting us all moving. Give it up for the Blessed Madonna.
I'm going to take off my glasses, which means it's really an intimate connection. So thank you for welcoming me and for this award. I'm not used to getting awards, but it does mean more than me that I can say to stand in a room where Elton John and Jessica fucking Gunning and all of you stand, so thank you. Maya Angelou used to say that when she was going on stage, she would think back to everyone who had ever been kind to her and say, come with me. Alive or dead, gay, straight, black, white, come with me, I need you now. We're going to the stage. So I'm saying, come with me now. Well, I tell you, if all the people who had been kind to me that had led to this point, between now and 30 years of failing to this stage, failing upwards, this stage would collapse. And at the center would be my grandfather. My grandfather, Charles Hansel, he lived by many people's standards a very small life. He was born in a coal camp in Kentucky. And he married my grandmother, who he met in Bible college. And in the 50s, like a lot of people, as a preacher, he became involved in the civil rights movement in the United States. And he was a teacher at a small college, and his college job threatened him for speaking out publicly about what was called then the Negro question. And true to their word, they fired him. They fired my grandfather with my mother, his little babies, and his wife, simply for standing next to a sign being held by a black person that said, I am a man. He was fired for standing next to someone saying and demanding that they be recognized as a human being. Now, many of you here know what it means to be treated as less than human, do you not? Now, when I was a child, my schoolmates called me it, because I didn't look like a boy or a girl. And looking back, maybe they knew something that I didn't. Something I didn't have a word for. And many of us know what it is like to be spoken about as a question. The gay marriage question, the AIDS question, the trans question, the trans youth question. Now, my husband is a Jewish refugee from the former Soviet Union, and I expect that many of you come from families like his that survived or did not survive the Jewish question. And I wonder how many children right now are waiting for a drink of water while the rest of us debate the Palestinian question. How many trans kids are waiting for medicine while people on the radio debate the trans children question? So many of us here know what it means to have been wounded and to be treated as questions rather than as human beings. Wounded by family shame or laws or violence. I know I have. I got my ass fucking beat. All right? That wound, it binds us here tonight. And it remains, fortunately, remarkably, and unstoppably surpassed by the joy I see here. The joy I could not have imagined in a room 20 years ago, or when I was 15 years old sneaking into a gay club illegally underneath an adult bookstore where my middle school social studies teacher was watching the door and kindly did not ask for my ID. Honey, I remember you, and I remember dancing to Annie Lennox. I remember what that was like. But even those wounds are not without gifts. The gift of a wound is tenderness. The gift of a wound, if you allow it, is empathy. Do not suffer your wounds for nothing. Stay tender. Let your wound stay open. Fight for the ones right now who are dehumanized, and they have been here on this stage tonight, and they will be on here stages in years to come. Fight for the ones who have been turned from people into questions today. Someone needs you. Someone called upon you, like I did. I'm going on the stage. Coming with me. Come with me. I need you. Someone needs you, a survivor, a queer elder. They may call upon you. They may call upon the courage, the dignity, and the power that you showed during your little life. And when someone like that calls upon you, they will not need questions. They will need your courage, and they will have no use for your cowardice. We are in a tenuous moment in history. I want to tell you that what comes next will be marvelous. But the truth is, I don't know. I can tell you that if you're a person who is someone's question, who is a topic on talk radio, or the slur on the lips of someone who would dehumanize you or do you harm, I don't know what's going to happen. But I can tell you that anybody that comes for you, anyone that would wound you, has to go through me first. Thank you for this award. Dance music is really stupid, but it's really serious. Don't forget.